So this movie starts in 1987. We see some women performing a ritual. One of the girls washes her blood-filled hands in the pond below. As soon as she does this, all the masked ladies standing behind her start dancing in a strange way and also chant some mantras. All these masked girls were actually following their leader. Whoever was wearing a mask was standing on top of a small hill. After which the leader taps many needles in the face of the girl performing the ritual, and from here the scene cuts and we are shown a scene of 2024. That is, a scene of many years later where two children Hanif and his sister Bayan run away from school and come to their mother's shop. After reaching there, they see that their uncle had also come to their mother. The children's mother Tari was scolding her brother as usual because he did not have a job and often came to Tari to take money. But the boy says, "No, I have just come to talk to you about something very important. Our mom is very ill, she is about to die. If you listen to me, forgive her and meet her for the last time." Daddy gets angry on hearing his mom's name and tells his brother that I will never forgive her, nor will I want to meet her. She left us helpless in our childhood itself. After that she did not even look back to see if we are alive or dead. Then Kader, that is her brother, says, "Look at the date, this is the chance to get answers to all these questions from her." Tari understands what Kader says and all of them leave for Tari's mom's house. On the way we see that Kader was also getting many threatening messages because he had to pay money to many people. Anyway, it is shown that as soon as it was morning, these people reached Tari's mom's house. As soon as he reached there, Hanif was very surprised because his grandmother's house was like a palace. It also had a big swimming pool. Hanif told his sister Bihan, "I think our grandmother is very rich." When they go inside now, the first thing they see is a big painting of their grandmother. It is from the time when she was young and beautiful, and even at this time she was holding a wooden mask in her hand. They meet their grandmother's caretaker. When they are talking to her, it is shown that grandmother's health deteriorates. Now the strange thing was that instead of giving her any medicine, the caretaker plays a strange song here, and what is even more strange is that grandmother's health improves. When all these people went inside grandmother's room, they were surprised because grandmother was looking much younger than Dari, that is, their mother. She was looking young, although her age was around 70 years. In this respect she should have looked very old. Now Bayan goes close to her grandmother in a scared manner. Then she holds her hand in a strange way, so tightly that Bayan feels very scared. Bayan also gets scared. Now Tari freed Bayan's hand and asked them to leave from here. Bayan now came to the room which was given to her and Hanif to live in. She was searching for Hanif here. But suddenly she saw a shadow in the red light behind the door. She got very scared, but it turned out that it was Hanif who was pranking her. At this time Bayan's mother Tari was also behind her. All of them laugh and Tari tells both of them that the rocking chair kept in this room belongs to Grandma. During all this, it is shown that Kader was searching the whole house and he also finds a lot of money in a cupboard. The same wooden mask was also kept in this cupboard which we have seen earlier in the painting. At night, the caretaker tells Tari and Kader that Madam's health has been such for a month that even the doctors have given up. "I think some spirit has possessed her. That is why today I have also called shaman." Dari, who did not believe in these things, refuses. On the other hand, Hanif's toy with which he was teasing Bayan gets lost, and when Bayan is searching for it, she hears its voice from under Grandma's bed. Scared, she goes into the room, and as soon as she takes out the car from under the bed and is about to come out, Grandma suddenly gets a jolt and falls down on Bayan, and Grandma keeps getting jolts continuously. Everyone comes here when Bayan screams loudly, and Kader quickly lifts Grandma from Bayan and lies on the bed. Grandma suddenly sits up again and vomits a lot on Kader. She, who was paralyzed, gets scared of her getting up like this, and they call shaman here. Shaman gives some leaves to Tari, and he says that you have to keep grinding it. While he gives a coconut to Kader and makes him stand and says that whenever I say you have to stamp right in the middle of this coconut. Now shaman goes near Grandma and starts his ritual. He was increasing something or the other. Grandma's body was shaking more rapidly, as if her body was in agony. While doing retrograde, he repeatedly asked the dagger to stamp inside the coconut. And whenever Kader stamped the coconut, a needle came out from inside Grandma's face. While doing this, many needles came out of Grandma's mouth. And as soon as all the needles came out, Grandma died. The shocking scene was that as soon as she died, her body suddenly transformed from a young woman to an extremely old woman's body, and seeing this transformation of a few seconds, everyone's mouth was wide open. Shimin told these people that Grandma was a part of some ritual earlier, and because of these 4 needles she was not getting a natural death. The shaman gives those needles to Kerr and says that you have to take them back to where they came from. The shaman also tells them that because Grandma had done many experiments and rituals with her body, now she cannot be buried in the ground because the ground will not accept them, and neither can her ashes be burnt and thrown into water. Grandma's body has to be thrown in the same pond where she used to do rituals. Shimin also tells these people about that pond and says that you have to do this work on the coming Thursday. Tari was getting very angry. She says that why do we need to do all this? Then Shimin says that it is necessary to do all this that I am saying without any questions. Otherwise trouble will come upon you people. You will have to keep Grandma's body here for the next 7 days, and you will be able to take her body there only on the next Thursday. It is shown that Bayan and Hanif were very disturbed by this sentence. Bayan was also very scared. Hanif tells her not to be afraid, I will always be with you. Whereas the next day Katari and the caretaker together started bathing Grandma as per the method told by Shane. While doing this, Grandma suddenly speaks and says, "Leave me." Tari gets scared and drops her there. Tonight these people bring Grandma and keep her right in the middle of the sand, and Tari sits near her and starts praying. She feels that the caretaker is also reading something behind her. But soon she realizes that the caretaker was not behind her, but some other entity was sitting behind her, who tells her to leave from here. And Dari gets scared once again. Bien was also not able to sleep, and she was thinking why her mom doesn't sleep with her. She was thinking about this when she saw someone's shadow outside her door. She opened the door, but there was no one outside. But when she started closing the door, we saw a ghost behind her. Bien neither saw him nor paid attention to him, and as soon as she went and lay down on the bed and covered herself with a sheet, she saw that her grandmother's soul was right there with her. Bien screamed loudly, and hearing her scream, Tari came here. She told Tari how Grandma's soul was lying with her on her bed. Now Dari spends the night with her, and in the morning it is shown that Hanif started giving a tour of this whole house on his Facebook. He shows his friends through Facebook that there is also a big pool in his grandmother's house. He was doing all this work from Tari's phone. So Dari starts looking for her phone, and to tease Tari, he comes and hides in a cupboard, and the wooden mask lying in the cupboard suddenly flies in front of him. Seeing this, Hanif screams in fear and runs out. Bayan had come here after hearing his scream. Hanif tells Bayan to see what is inside the cupboard. But Bayan does not find anything inside the cupboard. At night, we see that some people were messaging Kader because he had to give 40 million to someone. In the morning, he tells Tari that we should sell this house according to Mom's will. But Tari gets angry after hearing this and says that our mom has just died. It has not been 7 days. We have not left this job, and you are talking about selling the house. You always care about money. Then Kader says, which one before? We were attached to them. We should also move on. Now Honey takes out the mask from the mug, which scared him, and Grandma Ryan sits on the chair and starts swinging. Ryan comes to him and says, "What are you doing? You know this mask is of Grandma, and so is this chair. You should not joke with her soul like this. You know that after anyone dies, the soul keeps wandering in the same house for 7 days." Hanif did not believe these things, but after Bayan says it 100 times, he gets up from the chair and puts the mask inside the cupboard. When Hanif opens his eyes at midnight, he sees that Bayan herself is swinging on Grandma's chair. Although Bayan had scolded her in the afternoon, Hanif tells her, "Please don't make noise, let me sleep." But suddenly someone pulls her blanket. When Hanif takes his face out, Bayan is staring at him in a strange way. Hanif screams in fear and goes out of here. As soon as he goes out, he tells Tari that something has happened to Bayan. When Tari came inside the room, she saw that Bayan was sleeping at her place, and she did not know anything about anything happening here. Hanif was now scared. He says, "I will not sleep with Bayan." So Tari says, "Okay, today I will sleep with you people." When Tari lifts the blanket, a wooden mask of Grandma was kept underneath. Hanif now says sorry to all of them for stealing this mask and also promises that from now on he will not take anything that does not belong to him. Here he also tells Tari that whenever he puts this mask on himself, he sees Grandma. Then now he has started getting scared of this place. Tari promises that we will go back to our home soon. Hanif was now getting scared of Bayan, so Bayan was not feeling good. She tells Hanif a story of something that he had not even done and promises that I will always take care of you. Now the children, who had not slept the whole night, both fall asleep while sitting on the sofa. When Dari sees this, she tells both the caretaker and Kader that you guys should stay with the children. I will just bring the tickets because we have to go back to our home after 3 days. When the children wake up, they get scared and they do not understand why everyone has left them inside this haunted house. We are shown Adar, who was very drunk and was with a girl. He tells the girl that her mother had done some ritual due to which a lot of gold needles have come out from inside her face. He will become rich by selling them. That is why the girl starts crossing the limits with Kader, and Kader does not pay any attention to the children. The children were not ready to go inside that scary house. They had decided that they would wait for everyone by staying outside. But for a long time, Bayan had to go to the washroom. Now she was not able to control herself anymore. That is why she tells Hanif to come with her. We will use the washroom once each and will also protect each other. After Hanif uses the washroom, Bayan starts using the washroom, and when she takes too long, Hanif starts knocking the door repeatedly. As soon as Bayan opens the door, both of them see that Grandma's dead body was right behind them inside the washroom. Both of them get scared and run out of the house screaming, where Tari also came and caught both these children. The next morning we see Kader, who was sleeping inside the graveyard after taking off all his clothes. When he wakes up, he quickly wears all his clothes and tries to sneak inside the house. But Tari catches him and scolds him a lot for leaving the children alone at home. Tari also smells alcohol from his mouth and her anger increases even more, and she says that I am wrong who believes you again and again. Kader also brought some gifts to impress the children. But the children are not happy with Kader even after seeing these gifts. The children tell that you had left us alone, and later Grandma's body came alive again, and she also killed us. Scared us also. It is night. When Dari opens her eyes, she sees that Bayan was not on the bed. When she went out of the room, she saw that many masked women had come to her house who were doing ritual by putting Bayan's grandmother's mask on her face. When Ter comes out and tries to wake her up, all those women start circling around her and tell her in one voice that you should not break your promise. Let whatever is happening to your daughter happen. Tari pushes all these women aside. She quickly goes and removes the mask from Bayan's face. As soon as the mask is removed, all the women disappear from there and Tari sees that Bayan has fainted. Whatever had happened here, whatever Tari had suffered, she did not want to let things get worse. She first burns the mask and then tells Kader that we will do Mom's funeral today itself. Kader also tells her that we should not go against Shimon's words. They should stay for just 1 day. Dari says that I cannot wait for 1 day. Who knows what can happen in 1 day? She says that if you do not support me, I will do this work alone. Kader supports her even though he does not want to, and these people find her. When they were coming back from the graveyard, it was raining very heavily, and when they went near Grandma's house, for a moment they could not see the house, and the second time when they looked, there were huge shadows outside the house. They got scared and the caretaker took them to her house. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves back inside the same house. They were seeing Mom's dead body everywhere. They even picked up Kader and threw him out. When it is morning, we see Kader in the pool. His eyes open when everyone throws stones at him. Everyone was scared of what had happened at night. Tari tells him that we will bring Mom's body back and do what the shaman said. I think that after doing that, Mom might not harm anyone. Kader and Tari quickly go inside the graveyard and take out her body and put it inside the pool, where he had performed the ritual in the beginning of the movie. Kader throws the pouch of needles with her and they finally return home, and in the morning, Dari starts packing to go back home. But while doing so, she finds the same mask in her luggage which belonged to her mother. She had burnt this mask. Surprised, she picked up the mask and it was drawn towards the same mouth, and she put this mask on her mouth, and as soon as she put the mask on, She started getting the memories of her mother's entire life. It was revealed that when Tari was born, her mother was unable to breastfeed her. Although her husband was very spotty, Tari's mother could not tolerate the fact that she could not breastfeed her children, so she resorted to that ritual. Because of this ritual, the father of these children also died. One mistake of Tari's mother led her to such a point that she had to throw her own children out of the house because the ritual she had done was now demanding more sacrifices. And Tari's mom wanted to keep her children safe. Now Tari sees her mom's soul in the mirror, who is apologizing to her. She tells her that I took you out so that the curse of those needles does not come upon you. I wanted to die taking this curse with me. Those who did the ritual. In return for that ritual, they wanted to take you with them and kill Gatter. Crying, she tells that whole daddy that there is still time. Please finish the skirts. Daddy asks, what do I have to do? So her mom tells that you have to throw those cham needles at the same place where the ritual was done, and after that you break this mask and never return to this place after that, and you have to do all this work before the end of tomorrow evening. She also tells Tari a spy for their protection. And after that Tari sees that the soul has been dragged away by a woman wearing a mask. Tari goes to Gatter in anger and says to him, you liar, you even changed those needles. You know how much trouble we can get into because of that. You are so self-centered that you put all our lives in danger to pay your debt. After Tari scolds Kidder, Kidder gives him the needles. When they go outside, they see that both Hanif and Bayan were stuck to the roof. Suddenly something throws them down from the roof. A strong storm blows and the storm is pulling these children out. They save Bayan, but they could not save Hanif because some invisible power had picked up Hanif and taken him out. Tari understood that if she wants her son back, she will have to immediately throw those needles in that pond. She leaves Bayan with the caretaker and leaves for her mission, and while leaving Bayan tells her mother that remember Hanif has to come back and you will bring him back. As she reaches the pond, Tari throws the needles into the pond while reciting the spell that her mom taught her that as soon as the needles are dropped, a voice from the pond says that we are taking only what we had promised him. Inside the pond, these people are also able to see Hanif's body. Seeing this, Katter starts crying and says that leave Hanif, he is innocent. In return you can take my life. As soon as he says this, Hanif starts coming out of the water. Dari and Katter both jump into the water and swim out to take Hanif out. Dari starts trying to revive Hanif, and she does not even notice that Katter is no longer behind her. He was pulled inside the water. We see that now many masked women have gathered around Gaydar, and the leader who had inserted those gold needles in Terry's mom's face at the beginning of the movie tells them that we are only taking what we have promised. Terry starts crying loudly and remembers her mom's words. She casts the same spell again and breaks the mask, due to which the masks of all the women standing here also break. All the women start screaming and we are shown their skinless faces, which were very scary. These women disappear in the water and Katter is left standing. Taryn was thankful that she saved Katter's life too. But then the leader comes out of the water and pulls Katter inside the water and says that your mother had forgotten that she has to sacrifice in this water. Tari panics and jumps into the pond, but she does not see Katter anywhere and neither is she seen flying. The next day it is shown that Tari had locked this house with the caretaker and her children and left from here. In the post-credit scene of the movie, we are shown this deserted house after 100 days. Everything was normal there, but now there was no painting of Taryn's mother here, which she had seen in this house as soon as she came. In Tari's mom's room we see Tari's mom's soul dancing, and the story ends with this mystery whether Tari's mom's soul still got freedom or not.